guys, today is Monday, September 14th. We're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. Our first word here, polynomials. What is a polynomial? Looking at this page here, I can tell you that's a polynomial, that's a polynomial, that's a polynomial, that's a polynomial, that's a polynomial. Guess what? They're all polynomials. Poly means many. Many. Nomial will be terms. Terms. Many terms. Each one of these has many terms. Okay, so what is our first step to adding polynomials? We need to find our like terms. Like terms. Like. Which of the terms are alike? We have to identify that. So, look at number 1 here. This is a term. This is a term. It has 2 terms. Now look at those 2 terms. 3x, 4x. They both have an x. Those are like terms. After you find your like terms, you combine them. So look at one here. Let's put these together. We have a 3x and a 4x. We're going to combine them. What's the operation in the middle? Addition. So you're going to add them. You have 3x plus 4x. You have 3 apples and 4 apples. How many apples altogether? 7x. When you get down to there's nothing else left to combine, you are finished. That's it. That is as simple. That's adding polynomials. So let's look at number 2. 6x minus 2x. Now, when we get to more complicated ones, I'm going to tell you to change it to an addition problem. Do you guys remember how to do that? Yeah. If you make this an addition problem, you put the minus with the 2. 6x plus negative 2x is the same as 6x minus 2x. You did not have to do this step on this one. All right, like terms. Let's find our like terms. This is another one where we only have 2 things. Those 2 things are the like terms. 6 plus negative 2, negative 4. That's it. And you could have done 6 minus 2. What's 6 minus 2? Oh, I lied to you. I said it was negative 4. That's positive 4. 6 plus negative 2 is positive 4. 6 minus 2, 4x. That's it. All right, look at number 3. 3x plus 5 minus 2x. Let's find our like terms. This has an x, and this has an x. So 3x minus 2x. We group those together. Plus 5 with no variable. That's it. There's only that. Plus 5. 3 minus 2. We can write that as 3x plus negative 2x. I just like to make everything an addition problem. I think it makes life easier if everything is an addition problem. We have a calculator, so we can do this in the calculator. If you don't remember what 3 plus negative 2 is, well, it's the same as 3 minus 2. 3 plus negative 2, our 5 over here, there's nothing to combine with it, so just bring it down. Now, that has an x. Does this 5 have an x on it? No. You do not have any more like terms. You are finished. This is fully simplified. Simplified. So, find your like terms, combine your like terms, and then check, is it fully simplified? And we're going to talk more about what a like term is in a minute when we get to ones with that are more complicated. So look at 4. Think about it. What are my like terms? If you look on this one, I got those x's together, so those were the same variable, same letter. On this one, I got these two together because they had the same variable, same letter. Same thing on here. This 5 did not get combined because it didn't have a variable on it. So let's look at this one. We have an x, we have a 4x. I'm pretty confident that those are like terms. Let's put them together. Now, I actually will sometimes go and cross them out once I've dealt with them, so I'm not confused. I have a negative 6 here and a 2y. Do you think these two are like terms? No, they're not. Why? Because this doesn't have a variable on it. This is just a constant term. This has a y on it. So, and then minus 6. So, like terms, we can definitely say they have to be the same variable. Same variable. And what's a variable? A letter. X is a variable. Y is a variable. Now, does this have a variable on it? No, it doesn't. That's a constant term. A constant term is a term with no variable. Oh, I shouldn't have drawn that line. Constant term, no variable. It's not going to change. That is 6. It's always going to be 6. It's never going to be anything but 6. This is a 5. That's going to be a 5. That'll never be anything but a 5. But in x, it can be different numbers depending on what I define it as, what I plug into that number. That'll make more sense when we start evaluating expressions. You'll see how variables can change. All right, so I identified my like terms. Now let's combine them. X plus 4x. Now, if there's no number in front, guess what? It's going to be a 1. That is just 1x. We don't have to write it. It's understood. If the x is standing there by itself, it is 1 plus 4x. So what's 1 plus 4? 5x. Now the 2y, is there anything to combine with that 2y? No, there's no y on that 6. Minus 6. Is there anything to combine with that 6? Is there another constant term? No, there's not. So I identified my like terms, I combined my like terms, and I simplified. It is simple. Check to see if it's simplified. I have an x, no more x's. I have a y, no more y's. minus 6, that's the one and only constant term. That is your answer. 5x plus 2y minus 6.